logging conference is strictly a trade show of suppliers and equipment vendors and service providers to the forest managers.
The Oregon Logging Conference began in 1938. A lot has changed in logging since then. The latest machines and technology are all here on display for people in the industry to take a look at.
And it's a once-a-year opportunity of all folks in our industry come together from 3 states, Oregon, Washington, California, to get together to do this. And so these are the folks that contribute to the technology, the equipment, the capital, and the human resources to manage the forest.
Yeah, we have a mill there in Cresswell, actually, right next to the school.
Ella Stembach is a 5th grade teacher from Cresswell, Oregon. Some of her students' parents work in the local mill and others in the woods.
This is important for them because they need to see where they're coming from, where their state produces all of our economy from, and what they could potentially go into as a career.
These machines are a lot more efficient as far as fuel. They burn cleaner. They're not putting as much, pollution back in the environment. They're also a lot easier on the ground than they used to be.
I think it's important to know that there's different career options that are still involving technology and academics that are still outside. I think it's great for them to get outside and just know more about their surroundings to be more aware.
So do you think kids don't know how much technology is out there and what you guys do?
No, I don't think they do. It's pretty amazing the technology that goes in these pieces of equipment, and it's nice that these kids get an experience for that.
The conference is also a chance for those in the industry to stay informed about rule changes and new laws.
Contractors and business owners and individuals go to these seminars and programs to get continuing education credit.
This year, the chief of the Forest Service provided a keynote address.
And so today he took a bold step by speaking in front of loggers and forest contractors and landowners about national forest management, knowing full well that over the last 20-30 years, national forest management has not been going very well.
So what I heard the loggers say today is that they want to be engaged. They want to be a part of whatever solution there is to address this issue of making their forests safe for their communities, but also to supply the mills with material that sustain jobs. And so that was really loud and clear to me.
We are your forest community, and for so often we've been labeled as timber dependent, our private sector communities, our local governments. We are not timber dependent. We are timber dependable. We heard that earlier this morning. We are timber producers. We are the forest producers, forest managers, that you are dependent on us, and we are your producers and partners.
What I wanted to express within the group is that we have to sit down and talk specifics rather than talking generalities. No matter what I give you, it's going to be a generality. What they need is specifics, and the only way to get at that is sit down with that local leader to talk about some specifics of how they can be engaged, what they can do, but more importantly, what's the vision and what's the end game here.
For the past 30 years, we have worked and we have talked and we have met with you, the Forest Service, your predecessors. But you have listened, but we have not been heard. And so I look forward to that next round of forest plans where not only do we talk together and you listen to us, but we are heard. He's aware of the issues. He's willing to be here and hear our concerns and hear our open offer to create a better future.
Many in the Northwest don't understand the depth of the timber industry and how many people here depend on our forests for their livelihood and for their communities.
The past 30 years of the Northwest Forest Plan have been a failure, a socio-economic failure for Oregon's forest community. What can we do together to make the next round of forest plans so that the national forest management is not a socioeconomic failure? We need to do that together.
By the looks on the faces of those in the room, it will take some trust building and real movement to bring people to the table. But in the end, the truth about timber is this industry is too important to all of us, and change needs to happen.